It's KFI AM 640, and you're listening to The Conway Show on demand on the iHeartRadio app. The Conway Show, Jay Leno's with us. We are live at Cadillac, Pasadena, 3475 East Colorado. We got probably about 200 people here or so. And Jay Leno, along with one of your buddies, Jonny Lieberman, is with us. How are you, sir?
Hello. I'm good. I'm doing well.
Design and analyst for cars and trucks and the whole world.
Yeah. And plus, kind of follow Jay around a little bit.
No, he is really an excellent journalist. He goes, where were you this week? You're in Portugal driving Ferraris.
Yeah.
He goes all over the world testing cars. All the manufacturers bring him in, so he knows what he's talking about.
A little bit. Yeah, a little bit.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
What a great job.
It beats working,
Did you grow up around cars, or was your dad a car guy?
My dad loved cars, but we never, when I was real young, he had cool cars, and then he sort of stopped. But, when I was a kid, he had, 280Z, 2+2.
Oh, I remember those cars.
And he had, I thought it was cool, Civic CVCC. He had a TR4 that worked for about 2 days out of the entire, couple years he owned it. Replaced with the TR6, which was equally reliable. And then he bought a Japanese car, something besides the Honda, and it just worked. He was very enthralled with that.
My dad had a Rover growing up.
Okay.
And it was in the shop quite often.
Yeah, apparently it's hereditary, you and your father, with automobiles. You seem to have the same sort of vibe. You just quite missed the mark. Don't quite get... What do you got? You ever said I got a Rover, and people go, oh.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Oh, got Rover. Yeah,
that's a car.
Isn't that a dog? Isn't that a dog, a Rover?
Classic. What is it? Was that an English car?
It is an English car.
Very, very much
and,
so.
The English... I have a car called the Bristol. And the English... And... I'm wondering why this car never had air conditioning, because it has, it's a luxury car. And in the handbook it says, the reason we don't provide air conditioning, we don't want the passengers to miss the pastoral smells as they drive through the country on a beautiful summer day. Yeah, that's what it is. It's 115 out. I want to smell the car.
When did AC become stock? When did almost every car?
1941 it came out.
Is that right?
With a Cadillac, right?
No, it was a Packard. Packard had it. And it wasn't actually air conditioning. It was a refrigeration unit. It's like in a freezer. So you turn it on, and you're hanging meat after about 5 minutes. And then you have to turn it off till it gets... Oh, and then you turn it back on again. It was really an on-off switch.
But then Frigidaire was right in there, which was
Frigidaire.
GM.
Yeah, Frigidaire.
Right?
It was GM.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jay, you got to tell that story of ordering your dad's first car. I love that story. For people that may not have heard that story.
Well... My dad would just buy whatever's in the showroom. First we went down to look at a Cadillac, and they wanted $4,450 for it. That was the top of the line Cadillac in '64. My dad out of them $4,425, and they said no.
Okay,
because that was the salesman's commission, $25.
Right,
that was his commission. So we went down to the Ford dealership, Shawshene Motors in Andover, Massachusetts. And at that time, the Mustang, it was all Mustangs and Falcons, and my father said, we want a full-size car. Let's go to the Chevy dealer. And the guy says, Tom Lawrence, I remember the salesman's name.
Wow.
He says, you can order a car, Mr. Leno. He goes, I don't want it. 4 to 6 weeks, you'll get exactly what you want. I said, Dad, let's order a car. All right. And then I said, can I pick the engine? And my mother said, let the boy pick the engine. What difference does it make?
Right.
So I said, could I have the thing? So I checked police pursuit package, 428 engine, muffler delete option, heavy-duty rear end, heavy-duty suspension, and muffler delete. All right, so
you built a Blues Brothers cop car.
Yeah, I said, hey, Dad, sign this. What's this? This is, all right, fine. So we wait. About 6 weeks later, he goes, hey, the car, let's go down, pick up the cars. We go down, we walk in the show, and right away my dad's disappointed. It's got bucket seats. I like it better. I don't want buckets. Dad, they all come. That's what they have. All right, fine. So my dad gets in the car, and he turns the key, and it goes, hunger. He goes, there's a hole in the damn muffler. It's a brand new car. There's a hole in the muffler. I go, no. The guy goes, Mr. Leno, you checked the police pursuit muffler delete option. He goes, what do you mean muffler delete? And he sees checked muffler, and now he knows. he knows he's been had.
That's so great,
so
man.
he starts yelling, and he said, let's get the hell out of here. Right? He's all mad, So he starts the car up, and as he gives it gas as he drops it into gear, and we're on the showroom. So the car goes, He goes, it's a damn rocket ship. It's like the rocket ship. What the hell is that? He just screamed up. And then 2 weeks later, I'm in my parents' bedroom looking for something. And I found he got a ticket for going 110.
Wow.
Yeah, because
your dad got the ticket.
My dad got the ticket. Well,
Nice.
he was the manager of the insurance company, but now he was the coolest guy in the office because he had the fastest car. So he took half a dozen. He took 3 of the salesmen with him, and they went out and they got a $110 ticket. Yeah, that's funny.
That's classic. But that's probably the car that obviously you wanted, and you probably drove it more than he did.
I drove it and wrapped it on a tree. Thank you.
You
very
did?
much. Oh, yeah, of course. That's your job as a 16-year-old.
I failed my first exam to get my license.
Hard to believe.
Yeah. Because I actually got air on the exam. You know where Chandler is, crossing over the valley, and there used to be train tracks there. Well, I hit it getting the driving exam, and we got air. You know, I remember
they
the
probably
clipboard,
don't like that. Yeah,
the clipboard and the pen and these guys' glasses and everything came up, bang, bang, you know, and hit down. And I said to him, I just failed, right? And he said, I can't tell you until we get back. I said, we can make this short. I failed. He goes, yeah, you failed. You got air. You got air on the test. You failed. Yes, you failed. So I get back, and the guy gets out of the car. His hair is all, screwed up. And he says to my mom, this kid needs 6 months more of radical training before he even takes the exam again.
She must have been pleased.
So my dad brings me back the next day. I get a 95, and I see the guy at the DMV. I go, 95, stick it. Blah, blah. 2 days later, Mercedes totaled my car and my mom's car.
Wow.
Guy was right.
Well, yeah, there you go.
So I hit, the woman that I hit on Rancho gets out of her car, and she goes, my husband's a lawyer, the biggest lawyer in Beverly Hills. I'm going to sue you and your dad for everything you got. And I was 16 years old. I'm like, oh, my, hysterical, crying. And turns out, how about this? The last luck the Conway family ever had, the woman who was driving the Mercedes that I totaled with my mom's car, her husband is a huge lawyer in Beverly Hills, but is my dad's lawyer.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's a conflict of interest.
That's the last luck.
Another rich kid from Hollywood.
So I burned out that luck and never had anything at the casinos or the racetrack afterwards. Because you're only born with a certain amount of luck. And I used it that day.
Right. I like the fact you failed the written test, because it's always like, when you see a stop sign, you should A, stop, B, slow down, and it's like C, throw glass in the road. It's always like some third one which doesn't, it's so stupid.
I know. All right, Jay Leno is with us, also Jonny Lieberman, and I see that Gary Hoffman is with us, everybody. Ding dong with that guy. Gary, come on up. We got an extra seat. Let's have Gary Hoffman pop up here from the Gary and Shannon show. Is Shannon here too, or is she across the street? The other Shannon. The other Shannon. Oh, the better Shannon is here. Oh, that's cool. All right, we're live here at Cadillac Pasadena. Come on out, 3475 East Colorado. We'll be here till 7 o'clock.
You're listening to Tim Conway Jr. On Demand from KFI AM 640.
Gary Hoffman joins us here from the Gary and Shannon show. Nice to see you, Bub.
Ding dong with you, Tim.
I know you gave us a lot of publicity on the air today and filled this place up, so I appreciate it, man.
Oh, hey, that's what we do.
We owe you a solid.
Anytime.
We also have Brian Smith with us, design director at GM Advanced Design. That's huge. You grew up in Ohio? Let me hit the mic here, though. Where in Ohio?
Cincinnati.
Oh, I love. You a Reds fan?
Not anymore.
Yeah,
It's a long time ago. But, yeah.
Okay. My dad's from outside of Cleveland. I went to school in Bowling Green. If I had to do it all over again, I would have raised my daughter in Ohio. Beautiful people.
Yeah,
great. That's unbelievable.
I like to hear that.
All right, you design for cars. How soon after you design something and you okay something, do you see it drive by your house? Years, months?
It takes a while.
Yeah.
I'd say, somewhere near a couple of years after we're done with it, it's on the road.
What are we going to see in a couple of years that at least you can divulge?
I can't tell you anything.
Can't tell anything.
Yeah.
I got an idea.
Top secret.
And it was Alana Schur who had this idea. I don't know if she's still here. You know what I think would be hot coming back? Curb feelers.
Really?
For guys like me.
We have cameras and sensors and
I know, but you
noises.
Know what? But
if you could make the noise, that scraping sound, that would be.
Brian, I was born in the 60s, so this is my rearview mirror.
Yeah? It's good that your neck still does that.
I'm still there.
I struggle with that.
Yeah, I'm still there, looking behind me all the time. How did you get into this? It's a great job, but probably really difficult to get into.
Yeah, well, I was really interested in art. I did a lot of drawing as a kid, and I caught the bug with cars immediately. My dad was a car guy, always had something tinkering in the garage. He was a car dealer as well. So I was around cars all the time, and it just was a natural fit. Put those two things together.
Are you more exterior or interior, and is there a difference? Are there specialties?
There's specialty. I spent most of my career focused on exterior design, but now at our studio, we handle everything inside and out.
Is the wood paneling on the old Mercury station wagons coming back?
I hope not.
No.
What about fins? The fins, like Jay's car back there with the 57.
That's a great idea.
Fins would be, I mean, that'd be a massive, it's like the winglets on a 737.
Fins are pretty cool, but we've been there, done that. We're trying to, find the new fin.
Yeah.
What's the new thing?
You must have designed something that you eventually saw on the 210 freeway and thought, like when a band hears their music on the radio for the first time, you must have had that moment where you said, "Oh, I designed that."
I do. I remember one moment sitting in traffic in Detroit, actually, before I moved out here, and there was I could see from the one spot in traffic 4 cars that I worked on.
Wow.
At the same time.
Wow, is that right?
I was like, wow, I worked on that design, I worked on that design, I worked on that,
What were they? Do you remember all 4 of them?
They were Cadillacs. Yeah, I mean, I spent most of my career doing Cadillacs, CTS, ATS, XT4, and then most recently all of the electric Cadillacs that are in the room here with us.
We grew up. My dad had a Seville growing up. The one with the eventually one with that crazy trunk that that squared off
the
trunk.
Bustleback.
Bustleback. Yeah. And my mom had a Coupe de Ville, and I tell you, back when they bought those cars. That's when you made it. When you had a Cadillac in that driveway.
That's right. I remember my mom had a 77 Seville, black with a red leather interior, and that was like...
Yeah, those are beautiful, beautiful cars.
Yep.
Are they bringing anything back like that? I mean, any like old school design, just a temporary thing for people like the old Seville or the Coupe de Ville?
Well, we like to reference our heritage. We like to, GM Design, Cadillac in particular, has a really rich heritage. Right? But we don't want to ape the past. Cadillac, in its heyday, always looked forward, always looked beyond.
Right.
And trying to really introduce new technology, expressive design. It's all about exciting people about the future and being optimistic about the future. So we try to honor our past, but look to the future all the time.
Brian Smith is with us. Also Gary Hoffman from the Gary and Shannon Show. Brian Smith, the design director at GM Advanced Design. Are you young enough, or I guess old enough, to remember the day that they took the antennas off cars?
I do.
You do?
Yeah.
That must have been huge for you, though, as a design guy, not to have that stupid antenna there.
Yeah, we call them shark fins now.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and
are they much better than they were? I mean, than the standing antenna?
Well, they pack a lot of stuff in them now.
Yeah.
It used to just be a AM/FM antenna. Now we've got OnStar. 5G internet, AM/FM, everything's in that little shark fin.
When you constantly have, not fights or arguments, but moments when somebody says, I like the design, but we have too much technical stuff here, you got to go back and redesign it.
Oh, that's my whole world.
Is that right?
Yeah. No, that's part of. I think that's part of the creative process, is trying to find a way around those challenges or issues and manufacturing challenges. That's part of the job, and I enjoy it.
As an art guy, I mean, basis in art, like you talked about that being kind of the reason that you got into the design aspect. Are you a guy who has those dreams and you wake up in the middle of the night and you go, that's the next design, that's the next car? Is that when it hits you, or you just work through it, sketch pads? How do you do it?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not the guy physically drawing the cars anymore, but I try to bring ideas to the team. And yeah, I'm always thinking about cars. You think about them in traffic, you're looking at them all the time. I'm surrounded by it, and you get ideas. And I can't sleep at night, so yeah, I think about it all the time.
Do you ever look at another line of cars and go, oh, they ripped me off, that's my design?
It happens occasionally, you see influences. Yeah. I mean, it's such a global world right now, and everything is on the internet, live 24/7, so everybody's influencing everybody.
So, because you work with exteriors, you probably also are constantly battling the guys who want to put the cameras out. You want to hide everything.
Yeah. We call it artful integration of technology at Cadillac.
All right. And you guys do a great job because I can't find the front camera on my car. I mean, it's
good. We did a good job then.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
I see it only when I'm about to hit something. But you know what's really weird, and maybe you have the answer to this, or maybe it's more of a technical thing, but I have a button in my car where I can hit it, and I can see a 360 view of the top of it all around, and I don't know how the hell you guys do that.
Yeah, isn't that awesome? Yeah, there's
unreal.
a couple cameras under your mirrors, looking down.
Oh, that's where they are. Okay.
And then the front and rear cameras, and the image is all merged, and then it's put together as if it's a bird's eye view.
Wow.
Yeah.
But man, it looks like the camera's 20 feet over the car.
It does. That's the idea. Yeah, bird's eye view.
I also love in the last 4 or 5 years the softer like chalk colors that have come out. You know, the softer blues and greens and browns.
Solids. Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah, less focus on the metallics now.
Yeah.
More kind of rich solid colors.
Was that your idea?
No, but I like them. Yeah.
Are you a color guy too, or are you just design or both?
No, we have a color and materials department that handles all the colors. They curate all the new exterior and interior colors and finishes, materials. They're always looking at fashion. It has to be done pretty far ahead of time because paint developments take a while. We have to know that it can be sprayed in the plant and support all the different vehicles that come out of that.
I heard, and maybe you can tell me if this is true or not, Brian Smith is with us. He's the design director for GM. I heard that originally cars were all black because that paint dried twice as fast as any other color.
I was not aware of that, but that's probably true.
It's probably true, right?
It was also cheaper probably than any other color.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. Right. Everybody had a black car. Man, I think it's such a great job that designing cars. Especially if you were like a single guy in a bar, that's a home run. Designing exteriors for Cadillacs. Ding dong with you.
I haven't noticed it work quite like that, but yeah.
I really think it's great. I really do. When maybe you can't talk about this. Is Cadillac working on a flying car?
If I was, I couldn't tell you.
Okay. All right. That means yes.
Yeah.
All right. It was around the corner.
Great question.
Brian, I really appreciate coming on. Brian Smith, everybody. Design Director, General Motors, Advanced Design. Really appreciate it, man.
Yep.
Nice to see you.
Yep.
All right, we're live on KFI AM 640. Jay Leno's with us. Also, Gary Hoffman's with us from the Gary and Shannon Show. Of course, Bellio and Angel have joined us as well.
You're listening to Tim Conway Jr. on demand from KFI AM 640.
Yes! Man, we got a huge, great crowd out here. Gary Hoffman is with us from Gary and Shannon. And then we also, we're going to have on the phone, Jonny Lieberman joins us as well. But on the phone, we have Rory Harvey, Executive Vice President and President of General Motors Global Markets. Rory, welcome to the show. How are you, sir?
I'm absolutely fine, thanks. What about yourself?
Oh, what a great job you have. Executive Vice President and President of GM Global Markets. How many countries is Cadillac in?
So it's just under, if you look at it in terms of Cadillac, it's sub 20, and then if you look at General Motors overall, it's just under 100.
Oh, under 100. Oh, okay. All right. We're gonna put you on hold. We have a bad connection. We're gonna try to get a better connection with you, Rory. It's probably our fault. We don't have the technology that Cadillac has
exactly.
here. Exactly.
I was going to say that.
We just don't. All right.
Yeah, he's calling from a Lincoln, obviously. So.
That's right. All right. Jonny Lieberman's with us. Also, Gary Hoffman and Jay Leno. This is an exciting time. Anytime a new dealership opens. I remember back when I was a kid, the big dealership in the San Fernando Valley where we all went to look at at a car when we turned 16 or 15. You always get very anxious about a car. Was Terry York in Encino and Tarzana. But you know what, Jay? There's a weird sort of vibe with kids nowadays. Like we had somebody on earlier who it was Alana. and she said, Alana Schur, she works with Car and Driver,
Right.
and she said she never got her license before she was 21.
What?
And,
yeah.
And I, the day I turned 16, I couldn't wait to get it.
Well, yeah, I was the same way too, because we had to go places virtually. You see, we had to go places in reality. You go virtually now. you know.
But it's freedom to get out there and move
Well,
around.
that's what I'm saying. Like, in the old days, you call your girlfriend up. Can I take a naked picture? Okay, you drive to her house. Okay, you got your camera. You can't go to the drugstore in your town, so you go 3 towns over. And then you get a picture developed. And when it comes back, it's got black bars over it. So you couldn't. Now you just go, hey, will you send me a naked picture? Okay, no problem. Here you go. Press email. So, I mean, that's why you needed a car.
Yeah.
You had to get to the naked girl. You had to go there.
That's why I got my license for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why you get it.
Yeah, that is why you get it.
Yeah, 100%. All right, Rory Harvey is with us, Executive Vice President of General Motors Global Markets. You with us, Rory?
I certainly am. Hopefully you can hear me okay now.
Excellent. And where are you? Our global Cadillac's global strategy is what? To sell everybody in the world a car?
No, that's not exactly the strategy. No, we have a target audience, and then we build and design the vehicles to compete against the other luxury brands around the world. We're not present in every single market around the world. We look at where the opportunities are, and that's how we proceed.
I'll tell you something Cadillac has done that is really hard to do. When I was a kid, the average age of a Cadillac buyer was 63. Now it's like 41. Yep. I mean, they've got it down to...
Oh, wow.
Think what that takes. It takes a big Luxo barge that your grandfather drove and convince the next generation that this is going to be the hot hatch to race against BMW or Mercedes. And they've done it. I mean, it's pretty amazing. They've actually brought their demo down to the more desirable demographic.
Rory, is getting into F1 part of that strategy?
Yeah, no, exactly. I mean, with the comment that was just made, if you looked at it, when I first started at Cadillac, that was 2018 now. And when you spoke to people about Cadillac, they all spoke about Cadillac very fondly. And it was typically about somebody who'd made it in the past and they had a Cadillac to demonstrate that they'd made it. And if you looked at the new vehicles now, we're getting a lot of conquest customers coming into the Cadillac portfolio. And the demographic in terms of age price profile is reducing significantly. So, that's very, very good. But if you looked at the strategy overall, as you know, General Motors has DNA or racing DNA within its blood, whether it be the IMSA Series, the World Endurance Championships, whether it be NASCAR, whether it be IndyCar. And Formula One gives us the ability to be able to showcase Cadillac on the global stage.
Roy, I appreciate you coming on. Rory Harvey, Executive Vice President and President of GM Global Markets. Thank you, sir, and safe travels.
With KFI's technology, it sounds like it's a Cadillac underwater.
I know.
Like a Cadillac went off a bridge.
Can Cadillac get into the phone business?
I know, yeah.
Why don't some of these high-tech companies get into cellular where you can hear somebody nowadays? Remember when the first cellular phones came out? It sounded like a guy was next door.
Right. Well, yeah, I guess so. You know why? He was next door. I mean, they didn't have the range, so you went to a guy next door. Yeah,
exactly.
They were a lot bigger. They had a lot more watts. I think was part of the part.
But the problem with cell phones is that, for people who are long-winded, it's really annoying. You can't talk at the same time. If you're on a landline, Jay and I could talk to each other on a landline at the same time, and I can hear him. But with a cell phone, or now it's called a digital phone, it only goes one way or the other. It doesn't go both ways at the same time.
Is that true?
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. I don't think that's true.
I don't think that's true either.
100% true.
I think he's got the old water-driven model.
100% true. Buddy, I talked you into getting a new phone, didn't I?
I don't know what was the story on that. Go ahead.
Because you called us, and it was horrible, and I said, Jay, how long have you had your phone? And you said, for like 6 years. And I said, when you buy a cell phone, let's say you go out tonight and buy one from, I don't know, you're on T-Mobile. So if you buy a modern phone tonight on T-Mobile, they put you on top of their list. You have the latest technology in the phone. They put you on top of the list. And as you go down the list, then that's when you need a new phone, like every 3 or 4 years. Then you go to the top of the list when you get a new phone.
Did you ever hear that?
I also think that's false.
Yeah, so do I, but it's okay.
True story.
No, because my brother-in-law has like an iPhone 2. And it sounds great. It's the only thing it does.
He's lucky.
Yeah.
It's lucky man.
The only app he has is the phone.
The
app
phone.
still.
But he's in charge of the list. That's the thing. Yeah.
Just the phone now.
But it's one of the reasons why taking calls on radio is so tough because look, I think that Rory guy's great. I couldn't tell you.
First of all, do we all agree that taking hold of radio is so tough? I am physically and mentally exhausted. I mean, to actually press the button. That's
right.
No, to press it. No.
That was one of the Herculean tasks.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It was really
To
tough.
think that.
To listen to what these guys are saying now, it is tough.
Yeah.
All right, Jonny Lieberman's with us, design analyst. What's your best design or your favorite design?
That I like to look at?
Yeah, you like to.
Oh, man.
Don't you love these kind of questions?
I could give you top 100.
Really? All right, let's do
yeah.
top one.
Okay,
Let's do 90.
I have a hard time getting away from the Ferrari, the 250 GT short wheelbase. It's
Good-looking car.
It's just.
What does that mean, short wheelbase?
Oh, there was a long wheelbase version that didn't look as good.
Means it bigger or smaller? You like the
Yeah.
smaller
Right, but I mean, closer from the back to the front? Or
Yeah. The
yeah.
distance between the front wheels and the back wheels was shorter than the long wheelbase version. But just, you talk to designers, they talk about proportion.
Right.
That's like all they ever, the surface volume proportion. That nailed the proportion. And so it's got two things I always think people find sexy in cars. One's a dash to axle ratio. So I mean, from the steering wheel to the middle of the front wheel, how long that is. If you look at the new Escalade IQ, this is interesting because.
Wait, I'm sorry. Give me that measurement again, because sometimes people
steering wheel,
right?
Steering wheel to the middle of the front wheel.
Okay,
Dash to
okay,
axle.
okay,
So
all right,
dashboard to the front axle. To bring it back to Cadillac, the new Escalade IQ. If you look at the Silverado EV. Mechanically or identical products. However, since it's an EV and you're really putting what they call a top hat on a skateboard, they put a huge dash to axle into the Escalade. And with the Chevy, you want to emphasize a bigger bed because it's a pickup truck. So, the front door touches the front wheel, no dash to axle. And, that's the thing. So the Ferrari does that well. And then also, don't ask why, no one really knows, but you want the roof to be exactly twice the height of the wheel, the wheels on the car.
Oh, so you looking for stuff like that? That's interesting.
But when you find a good-looking car, you will notice that's like a Jaguar E-Type, dash to axle, and the roof is exactly twice the wheel.
And it just feels better when you get in it.
Yeah, but
no, just looking, because we're just talking design.
It also is the best, most popular cars are always androgynous. When you look at a Jaguar XK, I've never met a woman that didn't think it was an attractive car because it has a very feminine form, but the rear of it has these haunches over the wheels, which are male, so like a cat about to leap, you know what I'm saying? So the Lamborghini Miura actually has eyebrows over the headlights. The Italians, we call them eyebrows
great.
Because they're like the woman,
That is great.
But it's true. But the prettiest cars are also drawn by hand. Everything now is sort of with computers.
Yeah, computerized.
But go ahead.
I'm sorry, we got to take a break. Jay Leno is with us, Jonny Lieberman, Gary Hoffman from the Gary and Shannon Show. We're live in Cadillac, Pasadena, in the front lobby. You'll see us 3475 East Colorado. Come on by. We'll be till 7 o'clock.
You're listening to Tim Conway Jr. On Demand from KFI AM 640.
We're live here, Cadillac, Pasadena. Jay Leno is with us. Ding dong with this guy. Jonny Lieberman, design analyst, and also Gary Hoffman from the Gary and Shannon Show. Is that the Celestiq out there?
Yes.
Celestiq, yeah, it's good. It's
wow,
nice.
Man, is that a futuristic
That's electric,
car?
right? That's
all electric, yeah.
Have you driven it, Jonny?
I haven't. I've driven every other EV Cadillac and General Motors makes, but not that.
And are they all much faster than the gas-powered
Yeah.
cars?
Yes.
Yeah. Now, with Cadillacs, remember, they've had V forever, right? So that's their performance kind of sub-brand. So, like, the Escalade V is like a tenth slower than the Escalade IQ. The IQ is still faster, but their big V8 supercharged stuff is pretty damn fast.
Yeah.
And they're set now on long range. You can get 300, 400, 500 miles.
I don't know exactly that one, but the Escalade IQ is it's not even rated. They say it's 460. It's so heavy they don't have to rate it.
Yeah, a lot of those are with a Japanese hunger striker driving barefoot. If you just you can get that much mileage. But yeah.
I drove an Escalade IQ from San Francisco to LA, and if I hadn't have stopped to charge, I would have made it to my house with 1% left.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, I would have made it. And so 420 mile And the worst thing you can do with an EV is just sit on the highway at 80 miles an hour. That's like, they hate that. You want to like stop and go because it'll recharge a little bit. But,
Oh, is that? I didn't know that.
yeah. That's the worst use case for an EV is a road trip.
You know, I like the fact that they don't have the best mileage in the world, because when I drive by them off the 5 freeway on the way to San Francisco, I feel better about myself.
Right.
Yeah. What do you drive? You drive a Tesla? Right?
I have a Tesla right now. But it's the baby model. It's the 3. But I don't drive it because of saving electricity or anything like that.
Good for you.
It's got to come from somewhere.
Good for you. Screw the environment. That's what I say.
Kids need childhood lung cancer.
I drive it because it reminds me of a go-kart. It reminds me of the golf cart that you used to steal from the golf course, because the pickup on that is so quick.
Yeah.
It snaps your head back. It's much faster than any of the other gas-powered cars I've ever driven.
I see why you're not doing automobile. It's like a go-kart. Really.
It's like a go-kart.
It's like a golf
dangerous.
cart as you drive it.
I have never driven an electric car in my life.
Oh, you should get a Cadillac.
That's like saying, I've never brushed my teeth and I'm fine. I don't get what the brag is. That's right.
Yeah.
I've never brushed
I'd
my
like
teeth.
to. I just haven't had the opportunity.
Here's the crazy part. They're just like the gasoline cars, just more efficient.
Yeah. I would like to get an electric car because I don't drive. I go from Santa Anita to home. That's
Dude, that's the perfect use case.
It is.
That's literally.
And you will save a fortune in gas. I mean, I have a Tesla, and it cost me maybe, if you're going electricity, $13 to fill it up for versus $140.
And if you got solar on your house or whatever, I mean that makes it that much more affordable too.
I would like to get an electric car. I just don't. I don't know which one fits me. I think that Celestiq out there is beautiful. I think I'd like.
Well,
what does that run?
That's $400,000.
Yeah, that's a $400,000 one. But
So
Cadillac
get 2
has a
of them.
wide range of EVs.
Yeah.
What's the entry Cadillac EV?
Lyric?
Optic. So the Optic is the little one, and they're great.
That's excellent, isn't it?
It's an excellent car. Yeah, 300 miles of range, fast enough, very good looking. And what's cool about it is what Cadillac's doing is, it's like, how usually we make this really good technology. You can't have it if you get the small one. So all the good tech is in the little one here, including the first actual studio installation of Dolby Atmos. So you really have that crazy theater sound where they had to remove. I told him, I'm like, you could have done better, but they had to remove the grab handles to put a speaker there.
Oh, that's great.
And I'm like, you could have moved the grab handle.
Audio for safety.
Yeah, but... Yeah.
All right, Johnny, thank you for coming by. Jonny Lieberman, everybody. I'm sorry. Also, Jay Leno is with us. Gary Hoffman, we're live at Cadillac Pasadena, 3475 East Colorado. Come on by. We'll be until 7 o'clock tonight on KFI AM 640. Conway Show on demand on the iHeartRadio app. Now, you can always hear us live on KFI AM 640, 4 to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and anytime on demand on the iHeartRadio app.